Are you using spreadsheets to manage all your work orders, your invoicing, your quoting? Is it getting quite annoying? Well, Chris here represents Javelin software, right? And please talk to me about why you would need a software to manage all your work orders, your invoices, all your quoting. Why do you need a software for that?
It just gives clarity to everyone in the factory, in the office. There's traceability, which is also really important. If traceability is there, then we can get the costs, which are going to key to your business structures.
But why can't people trace spreadsheets? What's wrong with using a good old-fashioned spreadsheet? What challenges people face using those
very
things?
Limited spreadsheet. A lot of people can edit spreadsheets and get corrupted. It's not very globally accessible. Having one system which covers everything from doing inquiries to quotations to the production side, including people doing time bookings on the shop floor, to scheduling, to look at your capacity planning. And also one of the key aspects is the MRP side of the system, where we're looking at the material requirements for the whole production chain. And it would be very difficult to get out from one spreadsheet. It would be multiple spreadsheets. Having one system where it's all contained in one area, then it's basically centralised for everyone.
It's a very good point, Chris. I mean, some spreadsheets generally can get very complicated when people start using them, and they build on them for years and years, and eventually you can start using macros and people don't know what does what and how it works. It's just this oracle.
Yeah, and again, I've been to some sites before where they'll have a spreadsheet and someone will have a copy of that spreadsheet and a copy of that copy, and they've tweaked it to suit how they want to use it, the other person's tweaked it to how they want to use it. Having a system where it's globally used, it's basically creating a standardisation to the whole production chain, so everyone's working to the same plan.
Everyone's singing from the same hymn sheet.
And
let's imagine, Chris, there's viewers out there who say, okay, well, I know I need to get away from my spreadsheets, Chris, but how do I know that I should go for an ERP system, which there's many out there from Hexion? Why Javelin?
With Javelin, it's been around for a long time, 30 plus years. It's always worth getting a demonstration of the product, and we can actually show you what it can do, and that's a real good position for you to ask questions, to say, well, actually, in this scenario, what do we do in this? Like, if there's an issue, what do we do here? How can we get it to work for our business? And we can actually show you how we can actually use the system. It's a very flexible system. It's flexible, but it will still give you structure to the whole working of your company.
And what I find fascinating is because there are so many ERP systems out there, they've all come from different areas. Some might come from plastic injection molding, some might come from manufacturing, some might come from retail. What has Javelin done that makes it? It says on the banner here, it's for manufacturers. What makes the Javelin software for manufacturers?
Yeah, I mean, originally it started as an aerospace manufacturing software tool. So it's giving you all the traceability. It's very structured on what it can do. And having traceability is key. So it doesn't matter what industry you're in, having that traceability, you can choose to ignore it, but if you want it, it's there. And that traceability gives you, say, you've got the ISO compliancy, if you're looking for, you've got a bit of something to back that up.
But so if there's viewers out there, they're actually looking for their ISO 9001 or their BS, I don't know all the EISI, all those different standards, then actually will Javelin help them achieve
it will help
those?
Them achieve that, because you've got traceability where you've bought material from, where it's being used. It's all contained within the system, because you can pin it right back to that.
Brilliant. So you get a good traceability. There's another problem that you've told me customers are screaming for, and you see it behind me right now. It's job scheduling.
Yes.
Now, how do you do it? Does it work? Is it easy? I mean, how does Javelin do job scheduling?
There's two ways we can do it within Javelin. We can look at it based on the time of the day it's being ran. And we can look at shift patterns, so we can be really exact to say, well, you're halfway through the day, so you've only got X amount of hours left. Or we can be quite flexible, where we say, right, you do 8 hours a day, and it will just tell you each day the 8 hours. It doesn't really know what time of day it is, but it will give you those capacity buckets. Some sites we go to, they'd like doing it that way, where it's just 8-hour buckets. But then you have other sites who want to get down to the actual fine detail.
Real granularity.
And if they've got night shifts, they can basically schedule, say, actually, that machine can't run because you've got nobody to run it on this night shift. So we can actually look at cell capacity as well. We can look at your labour who are actually working on the actual jobs to say whether that can be run or not.
The thing is, that's a really complicated problem, because you might have one person that can run 2 machines because they're skilled enough. You might have another person that can only run 1 machine. Then you might have a longer cycle that might go past the end of a shift, but might be able to run into the night, so you can run that and it's okay, you can set it going at the end of the day. So there's a lot of complexities involved with job scheduling. How do you handle that?
There is. It's the tool that's going to give you that information up front. It's going to tell you the time of that job is going to be finishing. So whether you're late, whether you're early. Unfortunately, a lot of sites we go to have a lot of work, so they are late on quite a few of the jobs, but it tells you it's going to be late, so you can then make a decision of, okay, if I move out a job in this location and get this done on time, what other jobs are going to be, which jobs are going to be knocked out, which jobs are going to be late for. So it basically gives you that information to make those informed decisions. Yeah.
Definitely. So, okay, if you're trying to get rid of those spreadsheets, you're trying to building those relationships with customers as well. Let them know if you're going to be late. No one wants to be late, but sometimes it's nice to tell them if you're going to be earlier. Job scheduling as well. It's an ERP system for manufacturers.